Feeling the expansiveness in the space as you breathe in and breathe out. Feeling peace, stillness in the mind. And now you can bring the attention into the heart area, in the middle of your chest. Breathing in deeply, exhaling. Uniting as one heart, one mind, feeling so much gratitude for having the blessing of joining together, co-creating this healing circle this afternoon with the guidance and grace of the Masters of the Light, including our own beloved Gurudev Shri Vasudeva. And you can add a nice smile into your face, just to feel joy and happiness for being alive, for the teachings, for everything we have in our lives. And now, as you continue to breathe slowly and deeply, bring your attention into the navel area. Exhaling fully and inhaling deeply. Feeling your feet fully grounded on the floor. Expanding the belly as you inhale and contracting it as you exhale. Feeling strong in the body, comfortable in your own physical body. And as you send loving thoughts to every part of your being, we're going to start our segment with the chant of one Om, and we're going to exhale together to begin. And breathe in to chant. Om. And when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes. And I would like to invite you to stand. For this part of the segment, we will be doing some nice, gentle stretchings. And for those of you who have not participating in any of my classes before, I just would like to mention that something important to do as we practice all this sequence is to focus in your dungeon. Your dungeon area is just 2 inches below the navel. And as we do the exercises, I will be counting out loud. So I greatly encourage you to count out loud with me, as this helps you regulate the breath with every exercise that you are doing. So we're going to start with tapping. We will be doing some tapping, bouncing, clapping. And so you can open your feet shoulder width apart. Your knees are slightly bended. We're going to be almost be doing a bouncing motion as we tap the dungeon area. So we want to have the shoulders down and relaxed. And again, we want to place our focus and attention in this area. So we're bringing the mind into the body. And we want to generate a nice warm heating energy in this area. So we're going to start by tapping 50 times, and I invite you again to count out loud with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. You can engage your abs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 50. Very nice. Now give it a nice rub. And our next exercise, these 3 exercises that we will be doing right now, I do them at the beginning of all of the different Korean yoga style classes that I teach. Basically, again, to bring the mind into the body, to activate the blood flow and energy circulation in the body, to bring the nice heat into the dungeon area, fire down, water up, and also to unblock the meridian channels and all over the body. So we will be doing the tapping all along, and also with our next exercise, which is called detox yoga, intestine exercise, we want to release all the tension in this area, so that way you can breathe even more deeply while doing the exercises. So we're going to start by, again, females can put their right hand directly on the navel area and the left one right on top. And for males, the opposite. The left one goes first. So we're going to exhale by bringing the belly as close to the spine as possible. And then we want to gently pull the breath up and the belly up as well on a 45-degree angle. So we do that while counting consciously, and then the inhaling happens naturally as you release the belly to expand like a little balloon. So we want to create that deep breathing motion. So now an extra warning for people that have high blood pressure, hernias, or pregnant women. I discourage you from doing this exercise. You can just continue to do just your regular breath. as you watch us to do the deep breathing. So we're going to start with 20 for today. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 20. Very nice. Now you can give it another nice rub. And now we're going to do our whole body tapping, starting with our left lung. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now bringing your left palm up, tapping all along the side of your arm, and clapping. And now bringing your left palm down, coming back to shoulder and armpit. Now turning to the right and tapping the left side of your ribs. And coming back to center and release. Now we go to the other side. Your right lung. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right palm up. Tapping all along the side of your arm. And clapping. Congratulating yourself for being here today. And coming back to shoulder and armpit. Now bending to the left, tapping the right side of your ribs. Coming back to center and release. Now we want to bend our knees gently and our lower back comes forward. So we want to bend slightly so your hands are placed on your kidneys slightly, and we're going to tap now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And now we go all the way down to our feet from the back of our legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And in steps. And coming all the way up through the front of your legs. And now we go down through the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And up inwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And hips. All around. Releasing, unblocking. And now we want to come to the chest area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very nice. So now give it a nice sweep. Sweeping all the energy down. And now we want to lift the shoulders as high as you can. And then just drop them down. We're going to do it 10 times. 1, 2, counting with me. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And now rotating forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we're going to open our arms wide up. Imagine that as you go up, your fingers are touching the ceiling and come down and around. 2, 3, stretching as high as you can. 4, focusing on dungeon. 5, 6, stretching the spine as much as you can. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very nice. And now let's open the arms to the side. And now let's wiggle our fingers. Wiggle, wiggle, including your thumbs, all of them. Stretch, stretch. Imagine that you are actually touching the walls on the sides. And you can do it if you stretch your beautiful smile. And just stretch, stretch, stretch. And now bringing both palms facing up. Shoulders are still down and relaxed. We want to twist one arm at a time. So both palms will be facing up as we switch right to left. So we're going to do it 10 times together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very nice. And now give your feet, hands, arms, and legs a nice shake. Releasing again any stagnant energy that we may still have. And now we want to make some nice waist rotations. So we're gonna go to the left first, front, right, and back. 2, 3, 4, 5, and the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Very nice. Now we want to release our arms to interlock our fingers. And as you breathe in, you bring your arms up to the chest and exhaling towards the ceiling. Breathe into dungeon. And breathing out, turning to the left. Breathe in, out, in, out, in, and come back to center in the exhale, releasing your arms and hands. And now we're gonna switch fingers. Breathing in as you come up, breathing out as you stretch, breathing into center, and breathing out, turning to the right side. In, out, in, out, in, and out. Coming back to center and release. Now, while still keeping your legs a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, we're gonna again interlock our fingers, bringing our palms right in front of us, bending your knees slightly to give it like a bouncing motion, breathing into center, and breathing out, turning to the left. And here we're going to bounce back 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And coming back to center, releasing. We switch fingers again. Coming right in front to your chest. Breathe in and breathe out. Turning to the right and bouncing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And now coming back to center and release. Now let's bring our left palm over to our dungeon area. The right one comes up. Try to touch the ceiling with your fingers, stretching as much as you can. Stretch, 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 wiggling all of your fingers, your thumb included. Wiggle. And now you can even make like a nice hello, nice shake. We're gonna say hello to our liver. I'm gonna say hello, liver. I love you, my liver. Sending a nice smile to your liver as you shake, shake, shake. And now turning to the left side while still shaking, shaking your hand and turning, making nice rotations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Coming back to center, we switch hands. Now the right palm is directly over our dungeon area. The left one comes up. Again, stretch as high as you can. Try to touch the ceiling. Bring a nice smile to your face. Shaking, shaking, shaking. Saying now hello to your stomach. Say hello to your stomach. I love you, my stomach. And now while still shaking your hand, bend towards the right side. And we do our circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Very nice. And now coming back to center, releasing, shaking your feet, palms, arms, and shoulders a little bit. Now we're going to prepare for our final exercise of this segment. So you can bring your feet together. And as you breathe in, bring your arms up. Palms are facing each other. Shoulders are down and relaxed. And now imagine that there is light and cosmic energy coming down from the top of your head all the way down to your head, your chest, and your dungeon. Breathing into dungeon, breathing out. Now, while still holding this light and energy ball within your hands, you can gently open your eyes and find a spot to focus your attention on. Right on the ground in front of you, and now lifting your heels up, coming onto your toes while holding this energy, light and ball. And now we're going to count together, focusing on dungeon as you engage your abs and counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And releasing heels and arms, bringing palms over your kidneys, bending backwards, pushing your hips and chest up. And now bending forward, sweeping your hands right behind your legs. And now hanging right in front of you, just gently swing side to side. Feeling the release in your lower back, the back of your legs, your hips. And now you can gently bend your knees, coming up to a standing position. And here is where we finish this part of the segment. Thank you so much for joining us for this part. And namaskar. Now Prava will join you in a few seconds. Thank you. Namaskar.
Namaskar, everyone, and welcome to the second segment of our Healing Circle today, where we will go more into the meditative space and bring the healing energies to our body. So today I want to bring a little extra attention to our kidney meridian, as our kidney meridian is the meridian that takes the energy from the earth. It's an earth element meridian, and it's related to the emotion of fear. And of course, in this pandemic, fear is an emotion that is prevalent along the world. And if your kidney energy is depleted, you can actually feel more fear. And if there is a lot of fear, also your kidney energy will get more depleted. So it's kind of like a vicious circle. So let's see today if we can bring a little bit more energy to our kidney meridian and then also to any part of our body that might need it today. Now, the first point that I want to bring some attention to is actually a point on the bladder meridian, but that supports the kidneys. So for this, I invite you to sit a little bit in front of your chair so your back is free, so you have the space to touch your back with your hands. Sit up as straight as possible. Already start focusing on your breathing, so your breathing becomes nice and calm. And then bring your hands to where your waist is, the most narrow part, or where you think the narrow part should be. And if you go from there to the back, to your spine, about 2 fingers away from the center of your spine, on each side of the spine, there's a point on the bladder meridian. It's point number 23, in case you want to look it up. And on this point, we're going to play... Oh. We are going to place our entire hands, and our hands luckily are very big, so you don't have to be afraid that you miss it. And then we start rubbing here. And do it in a way that is comfortable for your shoulders. And even if you can't completely reach there, you can always just have the intention that the energy goes there. You can close your eyes and observe how it feels, and make the area nice and warm. The bladder meridian actually has 4 branches along the back, 2 on each side of the spine. And also the point that is on the second branch, a little bit away from the spine, you're treating in this way as well. Okay, and then bring your arms back in front and take a moment to observe. Feeling that area of the back. And coming even more into slow and deep breathing. If you want to, you can sit back on your chair again. And then start lifting up one foot and put it on top of the other leg, or find any position that you can be in where you can reach your own foot. And just bring both hands on your foot and warm your foot a little bit. Feel the contact between your hands and your foot. You can rub a little bit along your foot. And you can do this with bare feet or with your socks on, it doesn't really matter. Shiatsu massage, we actually often ask people to keep their socks on, which is easier in terms of hygiene as well. Because it's about the pressure that you give, not so much about the skin contact. And then we bring our thumb to the start of our kidney meridian. Now, if you look below the big toe, there's a cushion there. You can especially see it, of course, with bare feet. And below the other 4 toes, there's also a cushion there. And right where those 2 cushions meet, just below, there's like a little dimple there. And it's also about 1/3 of where the toes start towards the end of the foot. A little bit above half if you count the entire area from the top of the toes to the heel. So bring your thumb there and let's massage. Kidney point number 1 grounds us. The earth element. And it calms us down. If you're feeling very restless, if you've been standing a lot, your kidney energy can become depleted. This will help to wind down. And especially if it's difficult to relax because in your mind you feel there's so much you still need to do, which is a fear-based idea. What if this and this happens if I don't do this and this? Then your autonomic nervous system will have difficulty calming down. And this will bring more peace and more rest. Okay, and then release. And then we're going to another point on the kidney meridian. I see I'm mixing them up a little bit. The kidney meridian is actually the water element. But the point that we're going to treat now is the earth element point on the kidney meridian. So it brings more stability and balance. And you can find this point if you find the highest point of that knuckle of your ankle. And then you go outside towards where the Achilles tendon is. Just in the soft part, just before the tendon, right in between the bone and the end. And we press there, kidney point number 3. And if it's sensitive, just do it a little bit softer. And if there's a lot of fear in your being, then massaging this point can help to bring more of the ratio, more of the mind power into your being so you can let go of the fear more easily. Okay, and then let go and bring your foot back down on the floor and observe the difference between the foot that you've just treated and the other one. And then lift up the other foot, bring it on top of your leg. Hold your foot. Feel the contact of your hands on your foot. Again, change the position a little bit or squeeze a little bit or just rub. And then find that kidney point again, in between the 2 cushions below the big toes and the other toes, at about 1/3 of the sole of the foot, if you start from where the toes start until the heel. Massaging with your thumb. So if you're tired, this can bring more energy. But if you're really, really, really tired, this can actually also make you more tired. You may start to yawn, which is actually because you only then realize how tired you really were. So if there's a huge deficiency of energy, you might need a lot more rest than just this little massage. And then you can keep doing this regularly throughout the day. Okay, and then release. And then we go to our point number 3 on our kidney, which was if you take the protruding bone of the ankle joint on the inside and then move outward a little bit, just in the soft part, just before where the tendon starts. Point number 3, and we massage there. Okay, and then slowly release. Bring your foot back down on the floor. Close your eyes and feel the effects. And then sit up nice and straight, if you can, without back support. And bring all your fingertips together while they're spread out. Your hands a little bit away from each other. Sort of like there's a ball inside them. Close your eyes. And then bring your attention to the points where your thumbs meet. And really observe this point. Keeping slight pressure there. And then move your attention to where your index fingers meet. Move your attention to where your middle fingers meet. And then to where your ring fingers meet. And finally, where your pinky fingers meet. And then feel the whole hands. And feel the area in between the hands, intending or visualizing that we are creating a ball of energy there. And then slowly bring your hands a little bit further away from each other, releasing the fingers and creating this huge field of energy in between your hands. And intending that this field of energy is filled with healing energy. It's filled with all your love. It's filled with all your peace, all your good wishes, all your strength. And then slowly lift your hands a little bit and point them forward while I am taking my healing box here. Our healing box that contains a lot of names of people that are challenged. Challenged with the coronavirus pandemic, or challenged with all other kinds of diseases, physically, mentally, emotionally. And let's wish for all of them to become well. Let's create this field of light around our planet together, knowing that from wherever we are, we can touch from the inside all these people that are challenged. We don't need to know exactly who they are, but we know we are connected to them through our Blue Star family and friends. And we send our love. And then slowly we bring our hands together in front of our chest in Namaskar position. As you give thanks for being together, for being in this healing space, and for having the support of all the angels and guides, of all the healing support beings. And let's close this segment of our self-healing and prepare for our next segment with Guruji. Breathing out, we slightly bend forward. Breathing in, we come up, pressing our hands a little bit into each other, and then release and slowly open your eyes. And I want to thank you all for your presence, and I want to hand you over to Guruji. Thank you and namaskar.